booked this 3-hour session, and we're going to have an overview of our project by our coordinator. Then we're going to have presentations for from our pilots to large industries in Greece. We have Odea and Athens Airport. And then we will give the floor to Aegis, the partner who will lead the session now for Open Call. And we're gonna leave like 30 minutes for Q&A and discussion, and anything you want to ask about the Open Call or something or anything else. Also at the end, we are going through, we prepare a survey to receive your feedback also from, just give me a minute because can you hear us? Yes, actually we can.
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see your screen.
Yes, we didn't share yet, so that's right. But as long as you can hear us, we are good. So what I was saying is that we have prepared just the 5-6 questions to be shared with you as a survey to receive the feedback from you, because we want to see how the event has been established, and if the information that we are going to introduce to you is fair, informative. So it's very crucial also to have your feedback, and we are looking forward to discuss further with all of you. So I'm giving the floor to our coordinator from Magnolia. So if you want.
Hello everyone, good afternoon also from my side. My name is Samir, I'm a project manager coordinator of CyberSecDome. I'm going to provide you just a short overview of the project while we are today, and also some information about the consortium, the pilots, and the work plan, and how this integrates with the Open Call. Okay, so I'm not going in detail in all the information that you will see today. It's just an overview, just to know about the project. So the full title of CyberSecDome stands for an innovative virtual reality-based integrated detection and system verification response approach in order to enhance the resilience, security, privacy, and accountability of complex and heterogeneous digital system and infrastructure. So this project was funded in 2022 by the Horizon Europe program. And I wanted to put this information also to link it to probably also to anticipate some questions from your side. Because as you can see also the map of partners, there are 2 partners from UK and Switzerland, but at that time, both countries were not associated to Horizon Europe, so they were not eligible for funding. So this is the main reason why the Open Call is only, let's say, open to companies, organizations which are based in EU member states. Of course, we, let's say, support also, like we accept proposals from other countries as well, but this means that we cannot support you financially, like by providing funds for your activities. So if you want to join either, let's say, if you want to apply either individually or as part of a consortium, just please take this into consideration, because this means that all your costs, even though they are eligible, cannot be funded by the Open Call. Another aspect is, as you can see, the type of action. So this is an innovation action, meaning that for all the research organizations, universities, the funding is 100%, but for, let's say, for-profit organizations, large companies, SMEs, is 70%. The difference is that for the open call, since we are targeting SMEs, small entities, and startups and spin-off, we are going to cover 100% of your cost. And my colleagues here will provide you more detail after. But for the other organizations like large companies, universities, and research center, this will be limited to 50%. And in any case, there will be also a maximum threshold that is per project, so either individually for one applicant or for the small consortium. Just quick information on the timeline. So we started of September last year, and the project will continue until August 2026. And within the duration of the project, we start with this first round of the open call, but then there will be a second round of the open call with also, let's say, a greater budget, but also with a different aim and topics that will be, let's say, applicable for the second round. A quick overview also of the consortium. As you can see, we are 15 partners from different types, from the industry to universities and research centers, SMEs, and also we have one of the largest association for digital in digital sector, AIT Digital. You will see some presentation from the pilots today, but of course, all the partners that you see here, they are involved in the development of the different tools that will be provided to you as part of the project. So what is the vision of the project? So what was the, let's say, what triggered our idea and why we said that we brought this idea to the Commission? And why this idea was approved by the Commission. So our main vision was to democratize and combine artificial intelligence-enabled tools in order to provide a better prediction for cybersecurity threats and related risks, and also an efficient and dynamic selection of incident response against cybersecurity attacks. But on the other side, we have also the integration of virtual reality. And this is a particular scenario, let's say, in support to traditional tools and systems that security operators also will, let's say, be supported by the project. But the aim of the virtual reality in our project is to provide more situational awareness for the detection of incidents, risks, and responses in real time. And finally, we also aim for the collaboration between the different entities and organizations and cross-countries collaboration as well, in order to, let's say, to develop privacy-aware information and knowledge-sharing mechanism. These are also the objectives of the project. I'm not going to go into detail in all the objectives, but as you can see, objective number 7 relates directly to the open call because actually what we are trying, let's say, to implement as part of the project, all the tools and technologies that are developed and implemented within the project, they will be tested and validated by 2 internal pilots. But we are also opening to external pilots operating in other sectors in order to enhance and, let's say, ensure replicability and adaptability to other sectors and other organizations in order to make sure that our tools are, let's say, flexible and useful to other supply chain and digital infrastructure. This is the big picture of CyberSecDome, and as you can see, there can be one DOM or different DOM interacting with each other, and you can see the different macro components and how these components will be, let's say, defined and structured in a more, let's say, detailed level. And each of these components will be provided to you in order to, as part of this, let's say, first round of the open call. Of course, depending of your intention, like whether you would like to test the integrated version of the system, or whether you will be interested just to test some of the components. Again, my colleague Spiros will go more into detail into this step. But I just wanted to provide you a quick overview of our system and the different components and how they interrelate and are interconnected with each other. Of course, supported by artificial intelligence and the virtual reality interface. As I mentioned, we have already 2 pilots as part of the project. So one is in the telecommunication sector, and this is from, let's say, implemented in the largest grid telecommunication provider, which is ODE. And the second pilot is the Athens International Airport. As you can see, we have 2 specific sectors supported by, let's say, specific partners that are part of the consortium. But we want, as I mentioned also before, we want to extend this to other sectors or other organizations that could replicate these scenarios or this, let's say, to deploy these tools in their infrastructure and to provide us feedback and make sure that our tools can support also other sectors and other organization needs. In terms of the offering of CyberSecDome, so what are we providing to you as an applicant, and so what you will receive as part of the CyberSecDome Open Call. So you see a list of tools and technologies that we are going to provide. Again, depending on the let's say the topic that you are going to apply, whether you want let's say to test the overall system or whether you will be interested to let's say to validate one of the or more tools, specific tools. So this is the current list of the components. As you can see, we go from incident investigation, intrusion detection and prediction, dynamic risk assessment, automatic penetration testing, cyber threat intelligence, and AI knowledge. And of course, for behind these tools, there are one or more partners of the consortium that they provide their experience and their technical support. So whenever you will, let's say, deploy these systems in your own infrastructure, you will have also the technical support of a consortium partner that will guide you and assist you during the whole, let's say, period of deployment of your own projects. So in terms of work plan, I have extracted only, let's say, the technical work packages and the tasks, but just to highlight also in terms of how the open call align with the internal work plan of the project. So as you can see, the first integrated version of the CyberSecDome system will be available, let's say, by the end of April next year. So by that time, we will manage to, let's say, to conclude the first round of open call, to select the winning projects, and also to have already signed a contract in order for you to be ready to start to deploy the tools and the technologies that are provided as part of the system. And this will allow us, so as you can see, in parallel with the internal pilots, in order for us to improve these tools and the components, in order to provide the second version of the integrated system, but at the same time also the individual tools will be updated and enhanced based on the comments and the feedback from internal and external pilots. And the second integrated version of the CyberSec system will be the, let's say, the focus of the second round of the open call. This will be also another information that will be shared by my colleague Spiros later, just let's say after some slides, in order for you to understand also like the difference between the first round and the second round, and what is required for the first round and the second round. But of course, for today, the focus will be the first round because this is the let's say, the first application that will be open very soon. And then for the second round, of course, we will meet again, let's say, in a couple of months or in a year. So yeah, this was my part. As I said, I try to be brief, but just to provide you some introduction to the project and to understand what is the project about and what we are looking from you. So why the project is open to external organization and external sectors. Thank you for your attention. I don't know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I give the floor to my colleagues.
Hello everyone, I'm Constant Robles from this group. So in the framework of the CyberSecDome, in the project, we will do the one internal pilot of the program. We are to see how what we provide for the program of the pilot. We in a very short terms we make a lab around the two use cases that we run for the pilot. So we will provide infrastructure. We have designed two use case attack scenarios that we will see in the next slide. And then we will run and test the consortium tools. So in total, we will evaluate the CyberSecDome. The two use cases that we designed for the pilot. The first one is a layer 7 DDoS attack scenario, and the second one is a ransomware attack scenario or a crypto ransomware, because its newer variants infect cloud drivers and share hosters. So the use case roles that we have in OTE, it will be, of course, an attacker. The two cybersecurity teams, the cyber defense team and IT security team, and the infrastructure administrators, depending on the use case, we have three teams for infrastructure. For the two use cases, we will provide some infrastructure, some assets, as we said. For the DDoS, we have a targeted web server and the web application. And for the ransomware attack, we have some servers and workstation implemented in the lab. So everything will run under a framework of OTE, the OTE security incident management process. And in that framework, we will test the tools provided by our partners in the consortium. At the end, OTE will benefit because by getting stronger against new type of attacks, and three main categories that we want to have an improvement is by reducing the detection time, by reducing the downtime time during an incident, and by improving the absolute number of reported incidents in the organization. I don't know if you have any questions. Good.
Thank you.
There's a question.
We have.
Hello, everyone. My name is Niels. I'm from Mitigant. We do cloud security. So the scenarios you described is actually ones we're covering on the cloud infrastructure. Is that something overall interesting in the setup of the CyberSecDome? I hope you did understand the question.
Hello, here's Mohammed. I'm Khalil. And if I get your question, say you mainly work in the cloud, and you see whether the cloud application could be fit through Copilot or external pilot. Okay. Definitely, yes. As long as you will get, let's say, the technical requirement that we are asking for, which will provide some kind of data for our tool that we have. So if you could gather information from your let's say cloud application for our purposes, and you are able to work information from our students to
Very simple. You're not able to understand. I'm not sure. Maybe the mic. I did just understand a little bit. Sorry for that.
No worries. Can you hear me now?
Now it's a little bit better. Efrato.
Okay. Long story short, yes, cloud would be, let's say, okay, and we are interested to get some kind of application or pilot coming from the cloud.
Okay, just to give you a little, yeah. Sorry. Just to give you a little bit background, we are from a research institute here in Germany. It's called Hasso-Plattner Institute. Yeah, and my co-founders did their PhD in cybersecurity focused cloud security. Yeah, and for instance, us invested is Telefonica in Germany, and they want to move into the cloud, their on-premise environment. So that's why I asked if that I don't know, Azure or AWS is something you're looking in, or because I saw the airport at the moment, and then application for the airport, for instance, one of our
Yes, I think this was OTE, not the airport. So the communication pilot. And I'd say if your company or you could provide some information or some pilot which is completely in the cloud, this could be very close to us. Because what we care about this is cybersecurity could be something that can protect whatever organization. And as I say, maybe skills would go later, more about the specifications. We already have some kind of technical specification for each external pilot. If the pilot are capable to provide such kind of information, I guess they will be evaluated positively. And I guess the critical thing that we are looking for, if you are capable to provide a task scenario against the cloud, if you are capable to provide such kind of information or data related to the attack that you are aiming to be. And so, yes, this will be valid.
Okay, I will just drop my email in the chat, and then let's catch up later then with a little bit better.
I guess we are also from home, so we can at any time join meetings. Thanks.
Okay. So good afternoon to me as well. I am Nilos Kourianou. I'm from the report. We are the second pilot for the CyberSecDome project. First of all, some words about the Athens airport. It's one of the biggest airports in Southern Europe. Currently, we are making the delivery of going to the 30 million delivery of airports. So we have seen tremendous increase in part of the numbers, even after 2019, which was the last normal year before COVID. So numbers are increasing rapidly, traffic is rapidly. So critical, we are a critical operator, it's a critical infrastructure operator. Therefore, our participation to this project is vital because we are looking for ways to provide safety and security for our passengers, our employees, and our equipment, which is quite substantial. We are a smart city. We are a very big area with a lot of entities within this area, like government entities, a lot of business entities that are also from digital organizations like the control, fire brigade, and we also have one of the biggest expo centers within our premises. We have the biggest expo center in the Balkans, and also a great retail center. We are handling in very big data, we're handling more than 120,000 passengers and about 800 flights. So quite a lot of numbers that requires that we are on the forefront of cyber preparedness and cyber resilience. Now, for the pilot, going to the context that we are designing today, for the pilot, we are building, we are holding Athens International Airport, we are building a cyber system of all the system we can use. And we put them under an umbrella, which is called Unified Communication Service. And they are comprised from going clockwise from the access control system on the left, to the public address system on the right, to the high information space system on the bottom right, and the call center on the left. So all the systems have a very big play a very big role in the daily management of passengers and the systemization of all stakeholders within the airport. And also, stakeholders even more closely in in order to be effective in their work. So this ecosystem, we now we call it digital environment, which is high lanes. This is an action decided on the use as the cybersecurity infrastructure. This area is already for the type of within the economy of this project. And the project, it's a service and actually is optional cost systems are mapped into this cyber range. The list of airport system I showed you is the underport system, and then the companion system and fire detection system, which is under the OP segment, and also the CCTV, EA, AOT, which is air automation database, flight information space system, and the wholesale, which is for under the IP category. The first use case that we conducting in this project is the disruption of unified communication service, the collection of system and services that I showed you in the previous slide. So we are talking about compromising the service through brute force attack. So third party is providing is making the brute force attack is compromising the remote station is in is being found the whole service, telecom service. The second use case about phishing operators. In order to gain access to the storage system of the airport, we provide communication system and start altering the information that is displayed within the airport screens, airport monitors. So people get disoriented, and at some point, people do not know where to move. So imagine having 130,000 passengers within an airport, and they don't know where to go. So it's one of the types of administrative for these use cases. For both use cases, we will take this to detect and correlate with these facts to enable our security operations and operators to detect and mitigate the those facts, help us identify anomalies and gather related information and disseminate and share with stakeholders partners. We have put some KPIs on how relevant these are. These to the use cases that the rest of the are required, but these are the KPIs we have identified for our use cases. Maybe that's about it. If you have any questions.
Thank you, Nico. Any questions from our friends online? Any questions about the airport pilot? No, so thank you. Thank you, Nico. Okay, let's move on now with the presentation of the open call. I hope you can hear me, everyone here and online, because practically I'm going to share with you how to get the money. So this is the hot information you need. I'm Spiros Fotis. If you don't know me, I'm a project manager at Aegis. Aegis is leading, let's say, the efforts for the open call. And today I'm going to share with you all the information you need in order to apply and hopefully participate in the first round of the open call. Again, let me welcome you to today's info day. As you see, you already had some information about the project from Armen, our project coordinator. So I won't stick too much on it. Let me just move on with the presentation. Okay, so first and foremost, the open call is practically, let's say, an opportunity for everyone who's here and wants to apply to get involved, let's say, with the future, the shaping the future of cybersecurity. And these are not big words. We're looking for small or medium enterprises, larger industries, industry professionals, academic partners, anyone who is expert in cybersecurity and is willing to participate. The project that is funded by the Horizon Europe program aims to improve, as Albert said, the cybersecurity using advanced AI and VR technologies. And practically, the goal is to enhance cybersecurity and create collaborative solutions that ensure Europe's digital future. That's the goal of CyberSecDome. So when we put it in these words, CyberSecDome is not just, let's say, a project, it is practically a comprehensive approach, let's say, to addressing cybersecurity challenges. So here you see the 6 core objectives of the project. And the 7th objective, as Alan said, has to do with practically the involvement of external stakeholders to the open call. So we do have some internal pilots. What we're looking for is to broaden and prove the applicability, the scalability, and the efficiency of what we're trying to develop to other domains, more complex cases, and so on and so forth. So let's cut to the chase with the open call. And let me start by saying that the open call will be in 2 rounds. The first round will focus on the prototype testing of CyberSecDome, while the second round will build upon the outcomes of the first round and practically will involve the deployment of the finalized, let's say, solution of CyberSecDome in real-world settings. So in round 1, practically the participants will be, let's say, requested to test and validate the integrated prototype of CyberSecDome as is or as it will be by month 20, which will be the milestone for the project. We have a total budget for that round of 420,000 euros, and you can claim up to 120,000 euros per project. So one proposal can claim up to 120,000 euros in round 1. In round 2, things get more complex because what we practically want to do is take all the feedback, all the evaluation and the feedback you will provide from round 1, the participants from round 1, to further develop and enhance the system and provide the final solution back to you to test it again in more complex environments, more complex situations. And that is why the total budget for the second round rises up to 720,000 euros. So a point here that you need to keep in mind is that if you go for round 1 and want to apply, and for some reason your proposal unfortunately doesn't pass the evaluation process, it's not the end for you because you can reapply for round 2. Given, of course, the fact that the proposal that you are going to reapply gets revised, gets more complex. And this is a pro because you will get feedback from round 1. Even in case you don't successfully pass round 1, you will get feedback from our reviewers. You will hear from our reviewers on how to improve your proposal and come back for round 2 with a better application for you and probably move on for the second round. So keep that in mind because it is very important. So these are the 2 rounds. The first round, let's focus on the first round. We have, let's say, came up with 5 different topics, which are not exclusive. I mean, if you can provide a proposal that is near to the scope of these presented topics here, it's more than welcome. So these topics However, are the topics that we decided to include because we try to have a structured way of how we're going to develop the code. So the first topic is about the evaluation and testing of the integrated prototype. And here you can claim up, as I said, 120,000 euros. The second topic, up to the fifth topic, the rest 4 topics, let's say focus on specific parts of the CyberSecDome solution, so specific functional, core functionalities of the system, for which you can claim up to different amounts based on what you want to apply for. Keep in mind here, very important notice is that we decided that for the open call, for the round 1 of the open call, you can apply multiple times, which means that you can select more than 1 topics and submit more than 1 applications, with the exception of topic number 1, because topic number 1 includes all the integrated prototype systems. So if you decide to go for topic 1, you practically commit to test and validate all the system, all the tools, and provide feedback for everything up to that point. So we excluded this one. If you go for topic 1, you cannot apply for any other topic. But if you decide to not apply for topic 1, and you're expert in, let's say, risk assessment, you can apply for topic 2, but you can also, if you wish, you can also apply for topic 3 or topic 4 or topic 5. Practically, you can apply for all 4 topics from 2 up to 5. We don't have any limitations there. The key thing is that these applications need to be separate. So you don't, you cannot, let's say, have a single application for the topics. You need to apply separately for each topic. And you can do that even as an individual entity, separate organization, or as part of a consortium, which is also an option. So it's up to you which way you want to proceed and for which topic. Let me give a bit more focus on topic 1. By the way, we're going to have a Q&A session. So of course, if you have questions about the technical scope of each topic, feel free to ask. We have all the technical partners of the project here present. And also this presentation will be available in PDF format for you and uploaded on the website to download after we conclude this event and have as a first reference, okay? So the first topic, as I said, this is what we expect from the participants. It has to do with the evaluation and testing of the integrated CyberSecDome prototype. So this means that we expect from the participants to evaluate and test the prototype, the CyberSecDome prototype, in terms of system usability assessment, also assess the scalability of the system, its effectiveness, and of course provide insights in it regarding its limitations, or also some improvements or suggestions for improving the solution. This is a core, let's say, a critical topic, because practically this will help us develop further our solution. So if your expertise is general in, let's say, testing and validating cybersecurity solutions like CyberSecDome, then this topic is the one for you, and you can make the most impact in the goal by applying for this topic. And the reason why we have decided to exclude, let's say, this topic from the rest of the topics is because you can claim up to 120K, which is the top, let's say, the maximum amount we can provide for a single application. You cannot fund more than this amount. So let me briefly outline the rest of the topics. And by the way, keep in mind that we will soon also announce the topics for round 2, which basically will be built upon this one, so on a more complex scale. I assume that it is too soon to define this, but we will soon have the topics for round 2 as well for you to review. So the other 4 topics, as I said, focus on specific technologies and functionalities of CyberSecDome that are on, let's say, on a level that can be tested and validated, and practically address, let's say, the needs that the project has in order to evaluate its key exploitable results. That's why we have these topics here and could be considered, let's say, as part of topic number 1. The reason we have these subtopics is because someone may want to go only for topic 2 and perform a risk assessment analysis, and also may want to provide some, let's say, data sets for the AI, for the training of the AI model. So you are free, feel free to do so. I mean, the options are many, and we want to be diverse and give the opportunity to many applications to be included. So we didn't choose to have only one topic. So why participate in the CyberSecDome Open Call? I won't stay long here because the benefits for you are obvious. Apart from taking, let's say, claiming up to 120,000 euros, another, for me, main benefit for the applicants is the fact that they can access, let's say, advanced technologies that we use in the project, AI and VR technologies, the mentorship that you are going to have from key partners that are involved in the project, because you are going to have, let's say, a kind of technical mentor, the participants of the project, of the open call, that will facilitate their work, their job. And of course, the opportunities you have to increase your visibility, expand your network. These are obvious things. But I will also say why we want you to participate in the CyberSecDome Open Call. And the reason is obvious. It is because we want to include as more as possible into this collaborative, let's say, effort we have, create, expand the possibilities for the CyberSecDome solution, expand the diversity of our solution. It's something that we believe in and we are sure it can be done. That's why we invite external pilots, let's say, in order for us to prove us right, okay? Let me move on with the good stuff here that has to do with the funding. As I said, please take note of your questions. We will have a Q&A session. You can ask anything you like. At the end of the presentation, we will be more than happy to answer your questions. So the total budget we have for the open call is 1.2 million. If you notice at the beginning of the presentation, Ahmed shared some key information for the project. The project is funded approximately 6 million euros. So as you can see, almost 1/6 of that is given to the open call, is given to you. So the maximum funding for each project, as I said, is 120,000 euros. Round one in total will, let's say, distribute 480,000 euros. And here is something that you need to take into consideration. The small and medium enterprises, the medium enterprises, the SMEs, are eligible for up to 100% of their eligible costs. So they will get all the money, for all the eligible costs. So if they apply for let's say 80,000 euros, they will get up to 80,000 euros. Given, of course, that we're still considering eligible costs as enlisted there, and as they are explained in the Horizon Europe Model Grant Agreement, because that is the model that CyberSecDome has also been funded upon. So we decided to use the same exact model in terms of how to define eligible costs, eligibility criteria, and so on and so forth. Now, the other organizations, larger enterprises, academia, these will claim a co-funding of up to 50% of the eligible costs. And the reason for this is because the open call tries to focus on SMEs. It is a target that we want to achieve. And practically we include everybody without excluding anyone, but we focus on SMEs. This is a fact for us, and as you can see. However, we do not exclude larger industries, especially in cases that large industries are part of a consortium. They are more than welcome to participate. Let me though say more about the eligibility criteria. So eligibility is straightforward in this open call. Practically, you need to be based in an EU member state, or be based in a country that is associated with Horizon Europe. This is for sure. As Ahmed said, we cannot include, unfortunately, companies and organizations from UK and Switzerland. As I said, they can apply, they can even successfully pass the evaluation process, but they cannot get funded. Which is something that unfortunate for us, because we would also want to include this, but based on the regulations we have, we cannot include them at this stage, unfortunately. So SME is the focus, as I said, and they need to be a part of the consortium in case you plan to apply as a consortium. And favorably, if the SME leads the consortium, is even better. That is a plus. So apart from that, all the typical things that are considered as eligible criteria apply, which means you get your proposal needs to align with the objectives of the project. It needs to be unique in terms that it is not, let's say, submitted to another call or funded by another call or program. And of course, you need to be compliant with ethical and legal standards as these are set by the frameworks of the Horizon Europe model. Of course, at the end of the day, you also need to be able to provide, let's say, to prove your financial capability upon request. So if needed, you may need to, we may ask you to provide some financial, let's say, papers, some official documents that prove your financial capability. These could be, let's say, balance sheets or something like that, or a certification from your national, let's say, registry, like EMEA, which is based in Greece, for example. So, how to apply? This is a three-step process. It's very easy. First of all, you need to prepare your idea. This is obvious. You need to download all the documentation, which will be available on the website once we finalize this presentation. And then you need to submit your proposal on the platform you have chosen. The platform you have chosen for the submissions is the F6S platform. So if you have a profile there, you can log into your profile and seek for the link of the CyberSecDome Open Call submission portal. If you haven't profile there, you can register. It's free, and it's the easiest way for you to prepare your proposal, submit it, and in case you need to communicate with us, directly communicate with us with no interventions via email. You can directly send an email message, and usually you get a reply within hours. It's very easy. And of course, you will receive a confirmation during your application. Keep in mind that you can save the progress of your application, but before submitting. If you submit, if you press submit button, then it came over. Whatever you have saved, it is sent to us. You can always resend the application. Okay, it's a matter of communication with us. But anything you want to save without submitting, I would suggest to do that before submitting, and be sure that you have everything concluded and finalized before pressing the button. So this is an easy process, as you see here. What about the evaluation process? Maybe you have some questions here. So here is an outline. In this table, we outline the criteria based on which the proposals will be evaluated. These are 5: the alignment, excellence, impact, implementation, and value for money. Alignment in terms that the proposal is relevant and it addresses the objectives of the project. Excellence, we're going to evaluate how innovative are the technical solutions or the use case you present. The impact of the proposal of your project, how it's going to, if it's going to be impactful and beneficial for the cybersecurity ecosystem. The implementation, is it feasible? Something that we also are going to evaluate. And of course, if it's a cost efficient and effective. The score range is from 0 to 5, and you need to have at least a threshold of 3 points per criterion for you to be successfully evaluated. As for the process, the evaluation process, it will start with an eligibility check, which is going to be performed through the submission platform automatically. So, for example, if someone from UK decides to dive in and apply, they will be discarded directly because they don't meet the eligibility criteria. And that's something that will be done automatically. Of course, we're going to also have a manual, let's say, check of this process to make sure that everything is okay. Then an expert will review your proposal. And by the way, each proposal will be reviewed by three independent experts. So 3 reviewers per proposal. Of course, once these individual, let's say, reviews are over and finalized, the reviewers for each proposal will have a consensus meeting to conclude with a final score. And then all the reviewers alongside with the open call management team of the project, meaning individuals that are part of the project and lead the open call, we'll have a meeting with all the successfully evaluated proposals to discuss them and provide the final ranking. And then every applicant will receive feedback in form of summary evaluation report so that they will be aware whether we're successful or not, with also valuable feedback for them to either improve in case they fail for round two, or say that congratulations, you're part of the project, welcome on board. So this is practically the stages. Some dates now to keep in mind. Okay, the first one is obvious. Today is December 4th. We are announcing officially the open call. Now the system will be open for submissions from December 10th, and this will last up to February 10th of 2025. So by that date, February 10, at 5 CET, we will accept submission, we will accept proposals, but then the system will close. We won't accept any other proposals past that time. As I said, there's going to be, first of all, the eligibility check, which an initial review, which will take no more than 2 days after that. And then we will start the evaluation process with the expert panel, the consensus meeting, and the rankings. And we'll have final results by mid-March. So you will know by mid-March whether you have successfully passed round one or not. With a goal, let's say, with an aim to sign, to have the agreements between the consortium and the participants by the end of March, so that the projects can start on April 1st, which is month 20 for the project, and practically also marks the milestone of the CyberSecDome prototype. So by April 1st, if it's not a full-day job, we will start the projects of the open call for round one. So again, this presentation will be available to you, so no worries for if you don't remember the dates now. So some questions that we have received so far, frequently asked questions, which I thought it would be nice to also share with you here and have a look at. So question number one, how can I apply for the CyberSecDome Open Call? Okay, this is obvious. You can do that through the submission platform. The link will be available on the website for you to check. It's the only way to provide your proposal. And all the documentation will be available on the website. So everything you need will be there. So what are the funding limits for projects? We said it multiple times. For round one, no more than 120,000 euros per project. It is the maximum amount the project can be funded. So can I participate as part of a consortium? Yes, consortia of up to 3 entities are allowed. So only up to 3 members in each consortium. At least one partner must be an SME. And all partners, of course, must meet the eligibility criteria. Favorable here, tip here for those who go for the consortium, the SME, if the SME leads the consortium, it is a plus for the proposal. So what types of projects are eligible? Okay, this is straightforward project that, of course, focus on the validation of AI enhanced and VR-based cybersecurity solutions of the CyberSecDome, of course, and projects that align with the topics outlined previously. Okay, will I receive technical support during the project? Of course you will. Successful applicants will have a technical mentor based on the topic they have chosen. We will be there for you. The open call implementation team will be by your side at every step. And this includes also help with integration and testing if needed. Let's see another set of questions that we usually get. So, entities outside the EU, can they apply? Yes, they can if they are associated with Horizon Europe program. As we said earlier, unfortunately, this is not the case for UK and Switzerland, as we explained. Okay, the deadline for the proposals, again, the deadline for submission is February 10th, 2025. Can I resubmit? Yes, you can resubmit the proposal, given, of course, that you have revised it, added some complexity, because round 2 will be more complex than round 1, so, and more demanding. What should I do if I encounter technical issues with the submission platform? Thankfully, we have the support here of F6S, so they have a 24/7 tech team, that customer support. So in case you face any difficulties there, feel free to communicate directly with them, but feel free also to inform us just in case you need some extra time for your proposal, in case things go wrong with the platform. Finally, are there restrictions on how the funds can be used? Yes, this is obvious. Of course, the funding needs to be done. It needs to be allocated for the eligible costs. So you cannot buy the new car if you want some, unfortunately. Of course, all expenses must be justified in financial reports. More details will be shared, of course, with the participants when we come to that. So, what you need to do next after this presentation, if you're still interested in participating in the open call, what you need to do is, first of all, read all the documentation, the open call general guide, the open call round 1 general guide, which have a lot of details regarding the eligibility criteria, the evaluation criteria, the topics, how you can participate, tips on how you can develop your proposal, and so on and so forth. There is also an FAQ document online. And of course, you need to familiarize yourself with all that information. Secondly, you need to prepare your proposal the best way you can. Of course, register or log into the system we have selected for submission. And of course, stay connected with us because we are going to keep sharing news to the social media channels. We will also plan to have dedicated newsletters to those who registered the newsletter for the open call participants and applicants. And also some webinars that will, let's say, present more technical details on the topics, perhaps, things that will help you further. So this slide includes all the information on how to communicate and contact us. First of all, the email for the general inquiries. We have a dedicated email for the open call. This is the open call at cybersecdome.eu. Of course, we have the submission platform link here. And you can follow us on social media in case you need to directly communicate with us. If you need technical assistance with the platform, again, you can contact the F6S platform, the support team there, and of course, inform us as well. So this practically ends my presentation for the open call. I know you may have a lot of questions, so now let's give the floor to you guys. Let's start the Q&A session, and let's hear it from you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, I see a hand. Is that yours?
Yes. Yes. Hi. Thank you for that. I see that topic 1 is the full test of the full system, and then 2, 3, and 4 are tests of certain pieces of the system. But if our expertise and taking a close look at the system might suggest breaking it into a different piece, could we have a possible custom topic that's a specific piece, or does it have to conform to those preset pieces?
If your proposal, let's say, is considered as a subtopic of the subtopics, let's put it this way. So, for example, if you think that your proposal is very specific but applies under topic 2, for example, or topic 3, then yes, it is an eligible proposal. You can submit this proposal. However, you could also make combinations. For example, you can create a unique proposal, a customized proposal based on your infrastructure, your needs, and your ideas that combines, let's say, topic 2 and topic 3. So we have some flexibility there. The topics are still our guide to have this open call in a structured way on how we're going to distribute the funds. But of course, we are open to customize, let's say, applications that probably lie under one or more of the topics, for example. So that is not an issue.
And then could we consult with you on that before we submit, or?
I think this should be discussed with the technical coordinator of the project. So let me give the floor to Mohammed because I think he has something to add.
Okay.
You can combine let's say, topics, and you can select one tool from, let's say, 2 topics and create custom topics. So you can apply for 2 and 3 together, it's fine, but you cannot say, I would just look at, for example, risk assessment from 3, and let's say intrusion detection from 1, and I would like this to only, this will not be possible. Is it
clear to you?
No, it wasn't very easy to hear. Was that can or cannot? I'm sorry. I don't know if you can repeat it. It was the audio is not that good.
Of course.
The only custom thing that you can do is combining 2 topics together, but you cannot create new custom topic completely.
I see. So we can't take half of 2 and half of 3 and combine them into a new top. Right. Okay. Okay.
You can.
Yeah. Okay, so David, your question is answered, right? You're covered.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's move on with Mike. Yes, Mike.
Yeah, hello. Thanks so much for the presentation. I was wondering regarding topic 1. So it mentions evaluation and testing of integrated CyberSecDome prototype. So I'm a bit baffled about the scope of it. So is it about providing a pilot that it would be like tested in a new environment? Shall we provide a test bed of sorts and we can demonstrate the CyberSecDome prototype in this new test bed, or something else that I'm missing?
So practically you say if you need to provide an extra pilot, right?
Yes.
The case 1, and where the CyberSecDome will be deployed. They understood correctly.
I'm trying to understand the composition of the consortium. So, shall we have in the consortium one pilot that we will also help on integrating the prototype to? Or, for example, if one of the partners in the consortium has their own cyber range, will we test it on a cyber range of one of the partners? What is the scope of something expected from this topic?
Let's hear it from Mohammed. I think he has the answer to this.
I would add to my previous answer before. So it's allowed that you can combine 2 topics, but it's still, I guess, our requirement is to apply for 2 different, let's say, applications, but you can use the same infrastructure for these 2 topics together. This is, I guess, something thanks to skills to my policies. And now,
because the sound is not very clear, can we pass the microphone perhaps to the person speaking?
Yes, yes.
I will just repeat myself for my previous answer. So you can apply for 2 topics, combine them together, but you still need to have 2 application, and you can use the same infrastructure for the 2 topics. This is something that just we need this. Now, to answer your question, for the CyberSecDome, it's already will be integrated within the cyber range of Airbus. So you will not integrate any of our solution with infrastructure. What we need from you, we just need a way how we can access the data that you already have in your mind. This can be done via 2 ways. The first way, if you are willing to implement your infrastructure within the cyber range, Airbus, who are the owner of the cyber range, they will be happy to support there. But this also requires certain information from your side, because we need to understand the system that you'd like to duplicate in the cyber range. This is one option. The other option is, if you don't want to implement or duplicate your infrastructure in the cyber range, what we really need the input, the data, the network flow from your infrastructure, and this is need to be forwarded to the cyber range Airbus, and there we will be using our tool, for example, to validate or to test.
So let me recapitulate, because I heard some parts and I want to confirm this. So the first option is that if we have a cyber range of our own, we can provide, let's say, in the proposal, efforts towards integrating CyberSecDome to our cyber range. I understand that the cyber range of CyberSecDome is implemented in Airbus facilities/infrastructure. And the other option, if I understand correctly, is to bring our own, let's say, pilot infrastructure of sorts, so our own environment and the data, etc., and use the CyberSecDome cyber range of Airbus. Correct?
Yes.
So
this is the
it's
question.
not limiting. It's not limiting.
No.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, I think it's clear enough. Thank you.
We are open to the both options, but I say if you decide to duplicate your infrastructure on our cyber range, we need your support because we need a lot of information that you may need to provide. Otherwise, I said if you have already cyber range or if you have already physical, let's say, infrastructure, we just need the data.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else with a question? Anyone from here with a question? David, yes.
Yes, thanks. If we apply as a consortium, let's say 3 companies or whatever, is there any rule that they have to be from different countries, or could all 3 be from Germany, for example?
The rules for that apply under the Horizon Europe program are the same here. So if I'm not mistaken, at least 2 need to be from different countries.
Right.
So we have 3 in total, so 2 need to be from different countries.
Okay. And are there any, so thanks for that. And another question is, are there rules or restrictions if any of the employees of, let's say, a German company are from the UK or even from outside the European area entirely?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we have, yes, Amelia?
Hi, just a question, a follow-up question. You said that in the case of a consortium, there should be at least 2 countries involved. But if I understood correctly, you do not necessarily need to be in a consortium. It could be only one partner as well, right?
Correct. That's right.
And if I understood correctly, you can also apply for, if you're applying for topics 2 to 5, then you can apply for more than 1 topics and also get funded for more than one. But for the first one, it's only this one. Okay.
Yes, that's a rule. If you go for topic 1, that's it. You cannot apply for any other topic. But if you go for topic 2 or topic 3 or topic 4 or topic 5, you can apply for all of these. But this needs to be done in separate applications. Let's say you can apply for all the rest.
If someone applies for topic 1 and by mistake applies to another topic as well, does this mean that he's excluded from both evaluations, or?
In that case, the eligibility criteria is that you cannot, if you go for topic 1, we cannot accept multiple applications. If that is noted in the system, that's why I mentioned that the process is automatically, but we will also have a check on it. We will contact you and say, was that by mistake? Which one do you want to keep? Do you want to go for topic 2 or would you like to keep topic 1? So even though automatically there will be an exclusion, we will review that and communicate directly with you, just in case you did a mistake, as you said.
Thank you.
So no worries there. Thank you. So any other questions? Yes, we have a friend here. Her name? No. Yeah, let's give him the mic.
Sorry. Not me. Sorry. Okay.
So if the consortium consists of 2 participants, can they be from the same country?
Yes, because we have the minimum number 3. and then the rule for each, at least two need to be from different countries, apply. Practically, yeah, typically two partners are a consortium, but the rule for the differentiation in countries does not apply to them. Everything is available on the website, so all the information you need is available there. Alongside with the documentation that we have prepared for the open call, it will be uploaded on the website. We also plan to have in the very near future some webinars where we will invite all the technical partners and they will explain further the technologies they use, answer to more technical questions from, let's say, apart from today. And we also plan to create even more material that will be available to you to have the technical details of the technologies. Yes. Thank you. So from online, okay, we have a message on the chat. Will the slides? Yes, the slides will be shared. We have already created a PDF version of the slides, and it will be uploaded on the website once we finish the session today. Any other questions? Yes, David?
Yeah, thanks. Have you considered, or would you consider, on a voluntary opt-in basis, making the list of participants and participating companies available from this day for all of us in case we wanted to talk about partnering on a proposal?
That's a good idea in case you want to find some collaboration between the people that joined today, right? That's what you're asking.
Right.
That is a good idea. Thank you for sharing this idea. To be honest, we didn't think of it, but it is a good idea. Perhaps we can collaborate here with our lead in the dissemination department. So obviously we have the emails from all of you, and probably we will be able to create a community. There is, in fact, a LinkedIn group for the CyberSecDome Open Call. We have created that. I don't know if it is easy now for Vina, if you can share the link on the chat. You can join that group and start discussing there, trying to find out any possible collaborations among the people who joined today. And another idea, since we have everyone's email, if you all wish to be included, we can include you to the newsletter, and you will be able to receive dedicated newsletters for the open call progression. So even if you don't apply yet, you don't want to, you will be able to receive news on the open call and its progression, and perhaps you may want to apply then for round 2 if you don't catch up for round 1. So we will create the channels, the communication channels, and the community for you to collaborate. Initially, we have the LinkedIn group. So once it is possible, we will upload the link for the group here on the chat, and we will also share it through the social media. So you can, if you find the LinkedIn account of CyberSecDome, you will be able to find also that group. I suggest you join that group because it is the first way for you to interact with anyone else who participated today, who attended the info day, and you can start discussing any possible collaborations.
Yes, well, we will. Thank you. That's great. Yeah.
Thank you, David. So, any other questions? Anyone from here? No. So, hopefully, for today at least we covered everything, I guess. As I said, more detailed information are available on the documentation. We will upload that, if not already uploaded on the website. And yeah, before we close, we also have a short, let's say, interactive Q&A session for you. Just a few questions that you can vote. Please, Anna Maria.
Thank you, Spiros. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Let me share my screen. Please, also the people who are here to participate in the survey.
It's a survey with a QR code, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the sessions. Yes. Okay, you can scan the QR code.
Yes. Just,
and give us some feedback, screen. Right?
You can scan it from your mobile. your phone.
Oh, on this. Okay.
So let
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, remote, we had more people. Thank you for joining remotely. It would be nice to have you around though. Grab a coffee. Okay. SMEs, yeah, that was the goal. Thank you for this. And we also have people from industry and academia. Who's the other? Who's from? A research center,
Someone
perhaps? Someone voted for other, okay.
Could you please go back to the QR code?
Yeah, so please scan the code. Okay, who is the other? Let's try to find. Let's try to find the others. Who's the other?
Done. Thank you.
Thanks.
I don't want to share that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next? What was the next question?
Where the campus will be.
Yeah.
Okay. Geographical distribution. Okay, we have many from Greece, Italy, I see France, Spain,
Sweden.
Sweden. Yes. Thank you.
Within the country, even they say the city.
And the role of the organization. Okay, some nice
Next question.
demographics. Yes.
Yeah, it's more like to receive feedback on this question. So you just grab the bar on how you.
Yeah, let us know if you liked what you saw, if it was something that you understood easily. It will make us better. So that's why we always use these questions.
Yes. In order to check also if
Yeah.
the content.
The content of the presentations, just in case you need more material. It would be nice to know if you understood everything, if it was okay for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you for
just
that.
positive answers.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the answers.
Next.
Okay. Do you plan to participate? Yes. We're more than willing to give you the money. That's for sure. So go for it.
So this it was like an open question. In order to receive feedback from the audience on which topics they would like to hear for our next meeting. So we can see that the people needs more specifications and more details on some specific topics. So we could consider them your thoughts to our next dedicated webinar. That we're
And
going
the expectations they have for documentation, implementation, I guess for KPIs, right? How to implement things, how to report things, all of this will be part of future webinars for sure. We will include this information there.
Yeah, that was the last question. So we are pretty happy that we've got a lot of positive answers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Slide. This is the barcode for our website. You can subscribe to our newsletters because we're going to continuously send some critical information about the open call also, and the submission dates and the critical dates that Spiros have already shared with you. But we have also our LinkedIn group and the social media, so please follow us and let's keep in touch for anything you want us to discuss with you.
Thank you everyone for joining.
I'm stop sharing. So if does anyone want to share something else or?
Any last remarks before we close the remote participations? Because
Yes.
the ones who are here, probably they will enjoy some coffee with us.
Have some
Yes.
also beverages over there and you can serve yourself, but as long as we do not have any questions, we can wrap up.
So thank you all for joining remotely. Hopefully you can make it physically next time. It will be nice to meet you all physically and discuss even more things about the open call. It was really a pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye everyone.
Thank
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 you.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.